everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today, as you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be doing a MAC liquid lipstick review. So let's just hop into it. I'm going to be comparing the older formula and the newer formula because you know everybody got the new liquid lipsticks and everybody hated them, and then they reformulated them and now everybody, I don't know, nobody said anything. So let's see how they compare. So these three colors that I have here are part of the older formulation, and these two that I have right here are part of the newer sort of formulation. So when the MAC liquid lipsticks first came out, a lot of people were complaining that the older formula was very drying, and so they reformulated it. So I am going to be comparing two colors on my lips. I'm going to do the two lightest colors just because I think it's going to be better for us to kind of see how drying one is compared to the other. So yeah, let me just zoom you guys in. So I'm going to be putting the shade Cafe Au Chic on my right hand side with no lip liner. So I apologize if I scare you guys just a little bit. Very thin formula, very opaque as well. My lips are not moisturized beforehand, so you guys can see the true dryness of these liquid lipsticks. Next, I'm applying the shade Mademoiselle. And you guys can already see it's a little bit streaky. It smells the same and feels the same, but it's streaky and hella patchy on the old formulation side. So I'm not going to press my lips together. I'm just going to wait for it to dry. So I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but this formula is pretty bad. I didn't realize how bad it was until I'm comparing like the newer formula and the older one. But yeah, it's bad. And I can actually feel how drying the older formula is, and it's just not working out on my lips right now. Just look at that. What is going on? Also, you can see when I press my lips together, it's got a little bit more of a stickiness on this side of the lips, and that is how you can tell that it's slightly a bit more hydrating and less drying than this side. Let me do it again. So now I'm going to go on to swatch the other shades so you guys can see how they apply. I'm first going to go in with the shade Tailored to Tease. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to pick this up on camera, but this is quite drying. You can even see just a little bit of like dry skin on my bottom lip here. And so let's see how this lip color does in the transfer test. So it does transfer in the slightest bit. Moving on to the last color that I have from the old formula. This is in the shade Recollection. Okay, now the way I apply this is a hot mess, so just forgive me, but it is still drying down. What I find is that between colors, the transferability can tend to get different. I mean, ideally it shouldn't, but it is different. And now for the transfer test. Again, transfers in the slightest. And now applying this baby right here in the shade Young Attitude. And this, of course, is the newer formula from MAC. I feel like this shade is not completely opaque because I've put 2 layers on my top lip and just 1 layer on my bottom lip. So yeah, I guess once again the formula is more specific to the actual shade maybe. So that is pretty much it for the swatches of my older and newer formulation MAC lipsticks. I would say that regardless of whether you have the newer formula or the older formula, it is still a drying liquid lipstick. I would have to say, in comparison to Kylie and Huda, which I've already reviewed, I would have to say this is the driest out of the 3. I mean, you can definitely get away with it with regards to like wearing a lip balm underneath. Oh, we didn't do transfer test for this one. Let's see. Back of the hand is clean. Again, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's the slightest bit of transferability right here. So all of them have the same issue. They transfer ever so slightly. But I really love this color after 2 coats. So yeah, comparing the old formula and the new formula, honestly, there's really not that much difference because this one from the new formula was a little bit patchy and you needed 2 coats to get the full opacity, and it was the same issue with Mademoiselle from the old formula. So I mean, I will say though that I feel like the older formula is slightly a bit more drying than the new formula. I will say the newer formula is slightly a bit more forgiving with regards to the fact that, I mean, my lips are hella dry right now. However, you cannot see the formula clinging to any dry patches or anything of that sort. Obviously, the lines on my lips are very emphasized because it is a very dry formula, so it just clings on for dear life. So overall, there really isn't that much of a noticeable difference between the older formula and the newer formula. I will say both, regardless, are super pigmented. Maybe the light one in the older formula is not that great, but the newer ones, both light and dark, or I think this might be mid-tone or brownie, is really, really good. And yeah, would I recommend these liquid lipsticks? Not really. If you love the shade, this is the most unique shade I've ever seen ever in any collection. So this is the shade Young Attitude. If you really, really want the lipstick for the shade, then I would say moisturize your lips really, really well and prep your lips really, really well. So that's just my experience with these liquid lipsticks. I personally enjoy the color, not really the formula, but I can kind of make the color work. So yeah, these retail for 300 Rand at a MAC store. MAC is sold at MAC counters, in Edgar's and standalone stores, so only buy them from there. If you're buying them from anywhere else, they're probably fake. Don't say I didn't tell you. So yeah, that's it for this MAC liquid lipstick review. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like my video, share with all of your friends and all that great stuff. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup. Don't forget to check out the last Kylie liquid lipstick video review and the Huda liquid lipstick review video. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video.